Howdy, folks. Amos, Saturday Post, number 9. See how things go today. I've got a new computer happening and we'll see if it works. I'll check it out in a minute. First off, we'll get some music happening and find the right buttons to push. Oh, by the way, today is the 7th of the 12th, 2022. And here is a road trip I went on. And here's some music, courtesy of Google. Well, that seems to be working okay. Don't really know. YouTube's not happening, but DLive, Kick and Twitch, they're happening apparently. So, well, let's see how things go anyway. YouTube, they're funny like that. DK says it's an animation. No, don't worry. We'll get another screen. DK's stream. Okay, let's have a look at some news, shall we? Yes, boring, but not boring. These are a couple of happy looking blokes, aren't they? A Das Israel synagogue fire leaves Melbourne's Jewish community reeling. A couple of happy blokes, aren't they? Anyway, the horrors of the old world with the painful personal memories of persecution were stirred up for Rabbi Gabby Kitman when he learned of the Melbourne synagogue fire had been torched. Shaken to the core, myself, my community, Mr. Coltman said. His grandfather, Joseph Coltman, was a Holocaust survivor. Yeah, right. An early member of the Adass Israel congregation prior to his death in 2016. The synagogue in Ripponlea in Melbourne's southeast. Sorry, just checking, folks. Excuse me. Was less gutted after a suspicious blade tore through it on Friday morning, forcing early worshippers to flee for safety. What were they doing in there? There was a fire happening. They didn't light it themselves, did they? No, surely not. Anyway, after enduring 6 concentration camps, as well as deaths of almost his entire family, including his parents, sisters and 2 brothers, Joseph Coltman moved to Melbourne to start a new life. And, yeah, enough of that. Anyway, there's another link story when I can find my mouse. New computer and the mouse is doing strange things. Oh yes, Bibi. You all know, I love Bibi, don't we? No. Israel PM Benjamin Netanyahu links Melbourne synagogue firebombing to UN vote. Of course he would. Yes, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has tried to link Melbourne synagogue firebombing to Australia's UN vote earlier this year, as Australian leaders condemned the incident. Of course they did. What's happening over there? Oh, that deal I was working. Yes, well, Twitch is sort of twitching. And YouTube, that's still not happening. Good old YouTube. Anyway, Mr. Funny name for it, bloke. Netanyahu made a statement on social media platform X condemning the burning of Adass Israel synagogue in Melbourne as a horrible act of anti-Semitism. The synagogue in Ripponlea in Melbourne's southeast was left gutted after suspicious blades. Suspicious. Yes, very suspicious, I think. Tore through it on Friday morning, forcing nearly... Yeah, we read that bit, didn't we? Police are still investigating the motive of the attack. Well, I've got a couple of ideas on that one. Anyway, Israel Prime Minister said he hoped state authorities would use their full weight to prevent such anti-Semitic acts in the future, before criticising the Albanese government. Well, let's face it. It's amazing that they actually had a bit of backbone by fucking mentioning something about a resolution. Unfortunately, it is impossible to separate the reprehensible act from the extreme anti-Israel portion of the Labor government in Australia, he said, including a scandalous decision to support the UN resolution calling for Israel to bring an end to its unlawful presence in the occupied Palestinian territory as rapidly as possible to prevent a former Israel minister from entering the country. Yeah, there he is. There's a fucking man, isn't he? Yes. Cabinet Minister Murray Watt said he respectfully disagrees with Mr. Netanyahu. Ever since the horrific October 7 attacks, yes, that he probably orchestrated, anyway, the Albanese government has taken a range of strong actions to stand against anti-Semitism and stamp it out. So what do we do, guys? Don't be anti-Semitic. You've got to support these Jewish overlords, because they're just victims. You've got to... Hang on, sorry, I'm getting off track a bit. Our government has absolutely zero tolerance for anti-Semitism, but aren't there people in Palestine, aren't they Semitic? Yeah, well, anyway. Mr. Watt defended the position taken by Australia and the UN earlier this week. Australia has stood with 156 other countries supporting a resolution as to another step forward, gaining peace in the Middle East. Yes, well, that's going to go well, isn't it? Yes. Wait for a sec. Yes. They've had a bombing. Not bombing, a fire in Melbourne synagogue. Makes you think, wonder who set the fire? Wouldn't have been people praying at the time, would they? Maybe they had a bit of Barbie out the back and... Yes, suspicious. Very suspicious. So, well, let's see what's happening in other news. Yes, and now that was ABC News. So let's go to Al Jazeera's. Anyway, let's have a look, see what's happening over in DLive. Kick. YouTube, still not playing the game. Bunch of nasty people. Is anyone in the chat, I wonder? DK. Hey, mate. DK's in the chat room on DLive. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, YouTube's just stopped playing. Don't know what their problem is. Did all the right things, supposedly, and, yeah, well, I'm under a warning or something at the moment. I haven't got any strikes, so... yeah. YouTube doesn't want DK either. Well, funny about that. Why'd that be? Cheers, DK. Anyway, we'll be back to the news shortly. So, DK, let me know in the chat, how's the sound? Is it glitching or anything like that? Or the other computer is sort of playing. Yeah, DLive and Kick, they're working. Twitch is twitching as usual. Here's to you, DK. Anyway, back to some more news. This is Al Jazeera's. Shocking. More than 50 people killed as Israel hits a refugee camp in the vicinity of a hospital. You're kidding. There, go away. There, go away. You can go away too. Where's my mouse? Having mouse issues, folks. Doesn't want to... Just go away over here. Stop me reading. There, go away. Oh, there we go. Anyway. more than 20 people killed, including 6 children, 5 women have been killed in Israeli strikes on central Gaza's Nusayrat refugee camp. The Wafa news agency reports. Gaza's Civil Defense Authority agency said an Indonesian hospital came under an Israeli attack in northern Gaza, but yet, I just can't read these words. At least 29 people were reported killed in a series of airstrikes near the besieged Kamal Adwan hospital. Israel forces entered the hospital, tell staff patients to evacuate towards tanks. Evacuate towards tanks, yeah, that'll work. Dr. El Sabah, Director of Nursing at the Kamal Adwan Hospital, told Al Jazeera earlier about the latest attack by Israel forces on the medical facility on Friday that killed about 30 people. Since the beginning of this attack and since the beginning of this aggression, the hospital of Admal Adwat in northern Gaza has been under attack from the Israel military, Dr. told Al Jazeera in a telephone interview. What happened this morning is that Israel tanks were positioned in a very fast manner, as close to 50 metres to the hospital. And people that we didn't know were sent inside the hospital wearing different uniforms and equipped with weapons and speakers. They sent a message to hospital director Dr. Hussein something that his colleagues and the occupational forces asked to evacuate the hospital, including patients and medical staff. They asked them to evacuate towards the tanks. Shortly after demanding evacuation of all patients and the injured, this operation led to the killing of 30 people inside the hospital, including 4 staff members. They were targeted and killed. You've got to be kidding, folks. Yes, some photos, shall we? Oh yes, I'll stay informed, just go away. Israel forces targeted several buildings in Gaza City, Rafah, and central areas of the Strip. Look at that, folks. Yes, Hamas did it, eh? Go away. Israel attacks across Gaza have killed dozens of civilians and injured many others, according to Wafa news agency. This is just disgusting, folks. Well, my mouse doesn't want to work. But, that way. Let's see what else is happening in Gap. If I can get the... No, that's not what I want. I'm having trouble with my mouse. Well, everything else seems to be working well, but my mouse is a bit out there. Okay. Thousands flee Syria Homs as operation forces advance on the key city. Rebel fighters led by, say that they're at the walls of Homs, Syria's third largest city. Who's doing this, I wonder? Syria's anti-government forces say they have reached the edge of Homs hours after thousands of people began to flee the key city amid the opposition's lightning offensive. In the short statement posted on Telegram late on Friday, fighters led by the Hayat, some armed group, called on Syrian government's forces to defect. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to go well. Right. That's pretty ordinary. Okay, let's go back to the ABC news for a bit. See what's happening in Sydney. Probably something mildly entertaining there, I guess. Middle East politics, not a forum for domestic political point scoring. Yes, well, that's about right. Worth investing in solar? Yeah, sure. Households are starting to spend again after holding back for months because they're fucking broke. Oh, look, teenage sprint star. Gout. Edges close to breaking a 10-second barrier for 100 metres. Oh, good on him. He's a nice looking Australian bloke, I think. Oh, he might have been born in Australia, who knows? Yeah, look at this. Debate rages over police marching at the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras ahead of the vote. Yeah, it's not right, is it? New South Wales Police are facing fresh calls to be banned from marching at the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. 3 resolutions relating to police marching in the parade will be put to the vote at the Mardi Gras annual general meeting tomorrow. Let's see what's happening over there. Oh yes, Dk's got me on. G'day Dk again. What are police doing in the? Well, why are we having a Mardi Gras in the first place? Surely they're, yes, I'll get in trouble for talking about them, won't I? Can't be anti-gay or any like that. Hey mate, I've nothing against gay people. They want to be gay, that's fine. You have to rub it in our face though. Tomorrow's Mardi Gras annual general meeting, members will vote on 3 resolutions on police participating in the parade after uniformed officers were banned from joining the 2024 march. Different proposals are being put forward by the current Mardi Gras boards, Rainbow Labour, New South Wales, and LGBTQ plus activist group Pride in Protest. That's fucking a lot of words, isn't it? Yeah. Oh look, I think we're getting some rain. Nice. Okay. Anything interesting here? Man dies after 2 boats collide in Sydney Harbour. That's not very nice. Man has died after 2 boats collided in Sydney Harbour. Emergency services were called to the New Beach Road in Darling Point following reports of an accident about 6:30 p.m. on Friday. Horrible. Not nice to see, but, well, accidents happen. Oh, yes. This is a good one. South Korea President Yoon apologises to nation for martial law declaration ahead of impeachment votes. Really? That's nice. South Korea President Yoon Suk Yeol, that was easy to say. Well, a bit of rain, folks. Might have to shut the door. A bit of noise bleeding through. Yes, I don't know if you heard about this story about the Koreans. There was going to be an impeachment vote, so he called a martial law. Yeah, yeah. I'm very sorry. I would like to sincerely apologise to the people who were shocked, Mr. Yoon said. I will leave it up to the party to stabilise the political situation in the future, including my term of office. In other words, you're gone, pal. Mr. Yoon said he would not impose martial law for a second time because he shit himself because all the people protested. Funny about that. There are rumours that martial law will be invoked again. Let me be clear, there will never be anything like the second martial law. And you've got to trust him, folks. These are politicians. You've got to trust the politicians, don't you? Mr. Yoon said he would not speak to avoid the legal and political responsibility for his decision, which is said to be born of desperation. Mr. Yoon stunned the nation and the international community on Tuesday night by imposing martial law for the first time since the 80s and deployed troops and helicopters to Parliament. But politicians managed to vote down the decree, forcing Mr. Yoon to rescind the order in the early hours of Wednesday, in a night of extraordinary drama for the country assumed to be a stable democracy. Yes, I'm sure they are. Mr. Yoon has gone to ground since, and the national address... Excuse me, folks. The national address is the first time he's spoken in public. Sorry, guys, I didn't really mean to. I couldn't help. Yeah, anyway. Comes ahead of a vote in Parliament expected as early as in the evening as possible. Impeachment. Police have said they expect tens of thousands of anti-Yoon protesters to take to the streets ahead of the vote, with organisers hoping 200,000 people will attend. Impeaching Mr. Yoon would require support from 200 of the National Assembly's 300 members. The opposition parties, but... Excuse me, folks. Anyway, the opposition parties that jointly brought the impeachment motion have 192 seats combined. That would mean they would need at least 8 votes from Mr. Yoon's People's Power Party. It's a bit of a mouthful anyway. Anyway. I might actually have a break from that, and I might put a bit more music on. Get a video going, and I'll find some music to play. Shouldn't be too hard. New computer should be, well, I can find the right button. Here we go, let's get a bit of, I reckon, the Blues Bombers. That might be interesting. Alright. Open with...
I've been working my mojo all day and night, hoping, baby, that you see the light. Got a heart of gold and a Rolex too. Mama, baby, I know what you do. Red hair woman with a lipstick on. Where you going, baby, come along. Well, I seen you walking with your long red hair, making out, baby, you really don't care. Alright, take the check, baby, I know you won't regret. I tell you now, well, I'm so bad. Well, I've seen you around, and no one's right. Come, baby, let's go out tonight. Red hair woman with a lipstick on. Where you going, baby, come along. When I see you walking with your long red hair, making out, baby, you really don't care. You don't care, no.
was Blues Bombers. I better stop that video now. Back to the show, and I might see if we can give DK a call. DK, I don't know if you can hear me at the moment, but I'm just about to call you. So I'll do that. I'm going to turn my camera off. So folks. May work. So hello, DK. Hello, DK.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, good mate, yourself?
Yeah, good, bud.
Just thought I'd give you a call. And
I thought you might do that.
yeah, oh, there's your camera. Alright, let's see if we can
Yeah. I was just muting stuff on the other thing. Oh shit, I
Yeah.
probably should mute it so it doesn't echo back on my channel as well.
alright, let's see if I can
There we go, sort
together
of.
mode. No, that's not the button I was after.
You know, together mode's good.
Together mode?
Together mode, together mode's the best one. That's what I found out, like, because
Yeah, it's got all these,
when I was first-
options that aren't what I'm
yeah,
trying.
just pick one. It doesn't matter. Pick one, but it's the one that puts us side by side and shit on like on some sort of platform. Being, or you can just go grid view.
There we are.
But, yeah.
Something's happening. Couldn't change together mode. What?
There you go. Yeah.
There you
There
go.
you go. Sort of. And then go back to view again.
Yep.
Yeah, and it'll have hide recipients in the corner or whatever, or hide something above. Yeah, and you'll get rid of like our icons being at the top. There's only like about 5 or 6 options, and one of them says hide the top or something.
Could you show me the call screen? There we go. That's the button I wanted. Yes, side by side, brothers in arms. I think that's better. Yeah, that's what I was trying.
Yeah, that's it. Right, hide people at top.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, it's really weird. The new computer. I'm trying to. When I go over the screen, the mouse disappears when I'm trying to do things, sort of thing, and it's
Is
just
it a
somewhere
laptop
in the
or
settings.
a PC?
Your volume's pretty low, mate. Can you? Oh,
No, you'll have to turn me up.
oh yeah,
I think.
I'm sure I can do that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Where are you? View profile. No, that's not the button. Excuse me. Yeah, well,
So ladylike.
So anyway, how the stream goes, sort of so far, is glitching or anything, mate? Oh,
Sorry, motorbike just went past.
sure.
The one thing that I wrote down was the South Korea thing.
Yeah, right.
When you brought up that, it's like, yeah, I know a little bit about it. I need to look into it more.
Yeah.
But that martial law could not have happened without US influence.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because South Korea has America's largest overseas military base,
Yeah.
and they pretty much have right of say over whoever is trying to be in power in South Korea.
Yeah.
They might as well be another American territory.
Might as well, yeah.
So America had to approve the martial law. So
Yeah.
that means that's an American-approved idiot in power.
Yeah, well, that's right. Because it's all about the American.
Yeah, well, it's taking out political dissidents.
Yeah.
It's all about the Zionist globalist goal,
Yeah.
working towards Agenda 2030.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the whole thing actually is. It hasn't changed. They have not changed their playbook, not once. All they've done is change the actors that are on the screen.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which party it is. As though under one person, they make it really tough for you. And then they provide someone who's going to make it a bit easier, so you get some of your freedom back.
Yeah.
Not all of it. You just get a little bit back from what the last person took. Then they bring in someone else who will take more of your freedom. And then the next person will let you have a little bit back. Oh, but only if you comply to these things.
Yeah.
The Australia is the prime example.
Yeah.
Like with your new law that under 16s aren't allowed on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what that actually means to you?
No, what does it mean?
It means that every single person is going to need a digital ID to get on the internet to be able to prove that they are over 16.
Yeah. Over 16,
Every
yeah.
single adult in Australia, every single adult in Australia is going to need to get a digital ID to prove they're over 16 to get onto certain social media sites. Apparently, Pornhub isn't one of them.
Yeah. Really?
But seriously, there was an actual debate in your parliament about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, so is Pornhub included? It's like, nah, Pornhub has its own like rules and stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
wait, so you want to restrict like Facebook and I can't remember which other one they use, Facebook and YouTube or something like Facebook and Meta, something like that. And they're like, so you want to have these rules be imposed on these platforms, but you don't think that it should be imposed on Pornhub?
Yeah, what's to go with that, eh?
Well, it's basically because there's no chat.
Yeah.
See, any platform that you chat on is the ones they're going to make you need digital ID for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure everyone gets onto like as many different platforms as possible right now, because fuck knows which ones they're going to try and make you use digital ID to use.
Yeah.
So I at this point, I'm still thinking stick with Telegram.
Yeah. Well,
This Discord is the other one I use, but I do have several others that I'm signed up to. I think I'm on Minds and Locals and not sure what else. But you need to be on the ones that aren't going to comply with this bullshit.
Yeah. No, well, I was looking through Telegram on my phone the other day, and the amount of stuff Telegram saves on my phone has used up so much of my memory. So I've sort of been looking through it, and Telegram does use a lot of your memory, doesn't it? It stores just about everything.
Empty cache.
Yeah. Well, I've just gone through it the other day, and that's
Honestly, empty the cache thing, or else it thinks it has to save everything.
Yeah.
That's why I just have my channels, so everything's on there, and it doesn't take up my memory.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on those channels.
Yeah. Well, mate, I don't know what's happening with YouTube. Yeah, it's sort of. Need to play with it if I can, the stream key or something maybe, because it's just not going there at all. Yeah.
By the way, that digital ID thing is supposed to be coming in early next year.
Yeah. Hope.
I can't remember. It's like January, February, or March. It's like within the first few months of next year. I can't remember which one they said.
As long as I can get to New Zealand first.
I think it's January 25th. They're going to start rolling it out, but they're going to roll it out slowly, sort of thing.
January 25th.
I think it starts from January 25th.
Yeah, mate, that's the day I leave Australia.
Fuck. You're going to go back to tyranny. Or maybe you won't go back. Yeah, or maybe you just won't go back.
Yeah, well, mate, that's fucking that, eh? 25th. Oh,
Yeah, like, honestly, maybe you're like, while you're over here for those 6 weeks or whatever, you'll be like, look what's happened. Yeah, no, I'll just stay here.
Yeah, well, have you looked at that, that bakery I was just talking about? What is it called? Bloody...
Grizzly,
yeah. Have you looked into it? Seen it yet?
I haven't deep dived into it or anything, but yeah, I looked at the site and stuff, and there was definitely jobs available.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
I guess just send an email copy of your CV through for the one that you want.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I've been meaning to do that any day now, but
Honestly, honestly, do it now.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm coming over to New Zealand for a 6-week holiday.
Yep.
Well, and,
wouldn't mind a week's work. Yeah, just a week. I don't want to work too much, sort of thing. Let's face it, I'm there for a holiday.
Oh I know. Yeah, you don't want to work full time as soon as you get here and not actually get to do anything.
Yeah, no, let's face it. There's a lot of New Zealand beer that needs to be gotten rid of.
I'm doing a pretty good job of it myself.
Oh yes, I come over and the one New Zealand beer I've tried, Monteith's Black. Remember I was drinking that a while back. Yeah, that's it. Is that available at your local bottle store? Bottle shop?
Shit. I don't know. Apparently there's some issue with Monteith's at the moment.
All right.
Apparently some companies bought up the rights to shit, and they're having trouble with distribution now.
Yeah,
like they're not allowed to be in certain outlets or something.
Yeah,
like they got given some payment or some shit, agreed to something, but it means that they're not getting promoted everywhere now. It's really weird. So I'll have to see where that's available still.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's face it, I'm not that fussy. I can drink anything. Well, at the moment,
I'm a little bit fussy, not completely though.
It's got to be cold. I'm not a real big fan of VB. It's an Australian beer. I don't know if you've heard of VB.
I didn't actually mind VB too much.
Yeah.
What was the one I liked? I liked Carlton Cold.
Oh, yeah.
Quite like Carlton Cold.
That's quite a bland beer, I reckon. Yeah,
it is, but it was good when it was frozen as fuck.
Oh,
it was you could just drink it like water on a hot day. Yeah. It was really good for that. Yeah.
Yeah. How's the weather been over there lately?
Dude, hot.
Hot.
Good.
Yeah, it's been pretty hot here actually. Yeah. And we're getting a bit of rain just now actually, which is rare. We haven't had much rain lately, but yeah,
not actually as hot as I thought it was. It's only 17. It was 22 for over 20s for the last few days. Yeah. It was 22 at 2 in the morning a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
I woke up at 2 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, it's hot. What the fuck? Look at the computer screen because I hadn't shut it down. Look at the computer screen. It's like, fucking 22 degrees. Fuck.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, yeah. That's like Australian weather.
Like 2 in the morning, yeah. That shit doesn't usually happen. Not that late.
No. Yeah.
At least not this early in the year.
Yeah.
That's usually like January, February type shit. Although then it's probably about 26. Like by the time you get here, it's going to be getting into the hot weather that you're used to, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We should be getting like mid to high 20s temperatures.
Yeah, well, that's good weather. Yeah, when it gets in the 30s, that's when it gets uncomfortable, I reckon. Yeah.
See, I'm okay. I'm okay with hot weather.
Yeah. Well,
I've been roofing in like 35, 36. I think was the hottest that I know of.
Yeah, right.
36-degree weather on a fucking roof.
On a tin roof.
And if it's a dark colour, you're basically burning your fingers every time you touch every sheet of metal.
Yeah.
Like that hot.
You don't use gloves?
Like, holy crap. Say like 36 degrees, like, ow.
Yeah, well, I work in front of ovens. So it gets a bit warm in the ovens and sort of thing. But I don't mind that. That's one of the best parts of the job is actually like you're finishing the product off, making all that's pretty good and everything. But you actually seeing the finished product, making sure it's not burnt and baked properly. Yep. It's I really it's because that's what I do. I make things. Yeah,
it's an art.
Yeah, I call it the slavery, but yeah,
I used to really enjoy roofing.
Yeah,
because I like doing all the finishing work.
Yeah.
Like all the flashings around windows, like all the extra shit that people don't realise that goes into it.
Yeah.
There's lots of extra stuff, like all the things that, this house has got something that's different from every other house that you've worked on.
Yeah.
try and work out how to make that work. So, okay, cool.
Oh, there we go. We'll just...
That's what I mean. It's like I really did enjoy doing it, eh? I love doing all the tricky, intricate work that no one else could figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did, eh? Like,
go.
same with you. It's like your leather work and your baking.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you want to be good at what you do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm not a master baker. I'm pretty good.
Masturbator?
Yeah, master baker. Master baker. Yeah, I'm not real keen on that term, master baker. So I'm just a fucking good baker. Fancy that, eh? Yeah, master baker. As you... let me just fucking move this thing around a bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah. So, yeah, well, the new computer seems to be working okay. We've been down 42 minutes so far. There hasn't been a drop or anything like that. Been able to... Like,
Only fucking YouTube.
yeah, it's YouTube, no, mate. Yeah, what's happening here? Yeah, kicks offline again. Yeah, Nobby from the UK is on Kick, and he says, hot here too, 2 Celsius. Bloody bombs.
Yeah, no, I think, who was I talking to the other day? Psycho, and she was saying it was like 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been getting some coldness.
Yeah, well, it's winter over there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 13 hours behind us.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, so tomorrow I'm having a conversation in the morning with a special guest.
Who you got?
Yeah, I'm having a conversation with Max Egan.
Oh, you mentioned that to me the other day.
Yeah, so and I'm going to record the call and sort of and do a show tomorrow and
Cool.
play the show.
What time?
Hey?
What time?
The conversation is 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how long that goes, sort of thing. Because I'll just record the call, and right now is a bit of a test to see how. And Skype is obviously working.
Dude, it works, and you can screen share it straight to your DLive and shit as well.
Yeah.
Like straight to your OBS sort of thing. Like,
Well, that's what I'm basically doing now, and sort of just. Well, I'll record the conversation once. I'll talk to him first, and then say, right, let's start with. Just we'll have to chat a bit before I record, shall we say, about whatever.
Yeah.
He might have some questions.
Generally, it's like 10 to 15 minutes pre-show. You chat a bit, and then you just hit the start streaming button.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah, on OBS.
Yeah.
That's
well, I could either do that.
You get everything set up everywhere, and then you just have to hit like the go live buttons and the start streaming button, and that's it when you're ready to go.
Well, I'll be prepared to do that, but it might be just easy just to record the conversation and then replay it later, sort of thing. I don't know. I'll work it out.
So it doesn't glitch out. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been doing this for that that New Zealand Freedom Hub Radio that I've been helping with, and like so with the computer I'm talking to you on, is like I've been streaming their show onto Rumble, so I set up OBS and I'm streaming onto Rumble for them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't use Restream, you can't actually stream to Rumble unless you pay for the upgrade.
Right.
So I can stream to Rumble for free at the moment on this computer. And I did my first Rumble show myself just the other day.
Yeah.
Just to check it out. Yeah, just to test it out. It's like, well, I've done shows for them. Why don't I can do one for me?
Yeah. Yeah,
because someone else set it all up and just sent me the URL and the stream key.
Yeah.
So I just input that and hit start streaming sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to check if I could actually stream. And yeah.
There you go.
I did my first live on Rumble the other day.
Did you get many views?
I haven't checked.
Yeah,
I'm scared to.
I'm a bit like that too. Yeah.
I played a documentary and then did chat for about an hour or something after the documentary finished.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, a good old. Well, I bit the bullet and bought a new computer the other day. It cost $1,100, and but yeah, well, it's what it is, and yeah, it seems to be working well. It's got the only thing is like the little thing with the mouse. It sort of hover over the screen where I used to be able to. I can move the thing around, you know, but when I'm on that, the mouse actually disappears, so you don't really know where the mouse is, which is.
You've got the fade out thing on.
Right.
Mouse duration or cursor duration or something.
Oh,
then
right.
you set it. Yeah, because you can have it set so like it disappears after 2 seconds,
Yeah.
or you can have it set so it's permanent, sort of thing.
Yeah, it was scene transition or something. Yeah.
No, it's on your actual computer settings.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not under any other app. It's your actual computer settings.
Yeah. Well, I've got to.
Go play with that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's under your actual computer settings, and it's like mouse cursor duration or mouse pointer duration or something like that.
Yeah. No, I started to look at that a bit earlier today, but I sort of couldn't work it out. I think. So I just.
Oh, well, now you know. Now you know what you're looking for at least.
Yeah.
So that might make it a bit easier.
Yeah. Well, see. I look at some more. What do you reckon? Look at a bit more news or something.
Yeah, go nuts, bud. Yeah. Let's discuss some of the other crazy in the world.
Okay. Well, I've got a news thing up, and I'll just pull it up. And let's see, where was I? Oh, the president, reckon whatever his name is. Let's go back to.
Did you know that Donald Trump appointed Jared Kushner's father as ambassador to France?
Really?
Yeah. I found out something earlier today.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he'd already been pardoned for so many things. By Trump.
Really? Let's come up with it.
Apparently during Trump's last term, Trump pardoned Kushner's father for quite a few things.
Right, yeah, really.
And now appoints him as ambassador to France.
Yeah, well,
So, I mean, how much are people still trusting politicians these days?
Yeah. Well, I've just got a story up here at the moment. How Elon Musk's relationship with China could shield Tesla from the Trump trade war. Yeah, here's a bit of a shill there. Anyway, as Donald Trump prepares to return to the White House next month, businesses worldwide are bracing for a worsening US-China trade war. While electric vehicle makers were impacted by trade disputes during Trump's first term, Tesla and owner Elon Musk could potentially benefit this time. No shit, Sherlock. Wait. Kyle Chan, a postdoctoral researcher in the Chinese industry policy at Princeton University, told the ABC's Asia Newsweek that Mr. Musk was uniquely positioned to mediate between the two superpowers. However, questions remain of how long the Trump-Musk bromance can last, and whether the billionaire's strong links to both countries could see the kingmaker end up becoming a pawn.
Oh, hell no. They're all part of the same club.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see the picture on the
all of them. Dude, Trump's gone and talked to Xi Jinping before.
Yep.
There's no issue there. It's not like he needs Elon Musk to step in and negotiate shit for him.
It's all just theatre for the fucking masses, mate. Yeah,
yeah, I know. Yeah, completely. But there is absolutely no way Trump needs Elon to step in for international negotiations.
Yeah.
When what's Elon's job?
Yeah, he's was it government fucking waste or something like that? You know, he's
Yeah, it's Doge, Department of Government. I can't remember what the E is.
Yeah. Supposedly he's cut spending and shit like that and crap like that.
I just can't remember what the word is.
Yeah.
Oh, efficiency. That's it.
Yes, the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah, Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah.
Doge. Yeah.
So
So the Dogecoin has shot over the fucking moon.
yeah. So anyway, following Trump's victory, Mr. Musk, who reportedly donated hundreds of millions to the Republicans, has become a key confidant of their president-elect. He's been involved in everything from Trump's phone call with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to suggested future cabinet picks. Meanwhile, he enjoys a friendly relationship with China, particularly Premier Li Qiang, or whatever his name is. Dr. Chen says Mr. Musk often touts his close relationship with top officials. There's a video there. Do you want to watch that? No, not really.
Yeah, check it on. I need to go grab a beer.
Okay.
It'll work.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
See, look at
let
that.
me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Got it on.
A political partnership between two of the world's most powerful men.
Take over, Elon. Yes.
The Silicon Valley CEO has embedded himself with the incoming first family.
So we have to get Elon with his boy. Okay. Absolutely. A gorgeous, perfect boy.
Never before have I personally observed the richest man in the world having meetings with foreign leaders, being on calls with President Trump, helping staff the administration. This is unheard of.
After the election, Forbes estimated Elon Musk's net wealth climbed by around $80 billion. Now Donald Trump has him leading an advisory project that's been dubbed the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Its focus, to slash federal spending. Elon Musk claimed he could cut $2 trillion from the US budget. Analysts are sceptical, but it's raised concerns.
Certainly, we have a lot of checks and balances that are put into our government system. And if you're used to being an entrepreneur or somebody that has the ability to direct where your company is going to go, it can be really frustrating.
Elon Musk is behind companies like Tesla, Neuralink, X, Starlink and SpaceX, which already has billions of dollars of government contracts.
There's plenty of room for corruption, there's plenty of room for malfeasance, and there's plenty of room for this private sector individual to twist the government and its many regulations and investments to service him and his personal goals.
Elon Musk and Donald Trump's close relationship has some in Washington nervous, but other observers are sceptical that this alliance between two powerful men can last. Some predict that the relationship could hit the rocks, possibly over Donald Trump's pledge to impose high tariffs on foreign items.
That's the type of thing that could be so harmful for Mr. Musk that it could cause a falling out.
For now, this unlikely alliance is charging ahead with their change agenda. Isabella Higgins, ABC News, Washington.
Yep. I'm back. Well, that was sort of interesting. Yeah, on your musky. Yeah, well, let's see what else is in the news. We're over that story. Man with rare antibodies saving unborn children becomes blood donor royalty. Yeah, right. Yeah, good on him. I like to give blood. Blood's good. I got fucking, my blood's pretty good, I think. Unvaccinated. Oop. Did I say that word? Yes, I read about what did we call him the other day? Net Yahoo or something like that. I reckon you're going to come up with a good name for him. What was that?
For what, sorry?
There was some name that was like a slang name. Ooh. World War II plane shot down on a remote West Australian beach. Took stash of diamonds with it. Ooh. Let's have a look at that one.
Let's start swimming for that shit.
Okay, this is a good little thing. Revisiting a World War II plane crash and case about missing diamonds. After more than 80 years, a little-known wartime survival story and mysterious diamond heist are the talk of the town in outback Australia. On a dusty dirt road, a convoy of cars rumbles towards the coast. In the middle of a heatwave, and the clock is ticking.
Yeah, they're all hunting diamonds. The race is on. Someone said it publicly, and now there's like about 10 different treasure hunter groups that are all trying to find the diamonds.
Yeah, from 80 years ago, apparently. Anyway, in a few brief hours, the aeroplane at the heart of the multi-million-dollar diamond mystery will be exposed by the ocean tide. Ah, yes, right. The decaying wreck is the last link to the little-known wartime tale of tragedy and survival. But the road to reach it is rough and overgrown. In the lead vehicle, a lean, chain-smoking amateur historian named Lacey Fraser.
Really? They actually called him a chain-smoking historian in a public, an actual publication.
Yeah, this is ABC
News. Is that how
so
you get described by people? Yeah. You know they're cunts when they say shit like that.
Yeah.
So when someone says, this drunken idiot, or this chain smoker, they're all derogatory terms which is designed to, make people disregard whatever you have to say next.
Yeah. That's we heard that before, haven't we? Anyway, we're almost there, Henry. We're off to Carnot Bay by Jingoes. He calls out to his travelling companion. Henry Augustine.
Say that again with a real Aussie accent.
Drib, man, is clutching the steering
say
wheel.
that again with a real Aussie accent, the quote part. Say that bit again.
Okay. Right, we're almost there, Henry. We're off to Carnot Bay by Jingoes. He calls out his travelling companion.
We're almost there! We're off to Carnot Bay by Jingoes!
We're almost there, Henry. We're off to Carnot Bay by
excitement.
Jingoes. He calls out to his travelling companion. Is that better? Henry,
Slightly.
Henry here, Niall and Jarab man. Fucking hell, why didn't you say he's an Indigenous bloke? He's clutching his steering wheel. It's about time, my friend. Time to pay our respects. Swinging onto the beach, a large cross juts out over the sand dunes. It marks a spot where violence of World War II struck the remote coast of Western Australia. And it was there that thousands of diamonds quietly disappeared, triggering a fantastic search and a bizarre court case that made headlines across the country. More than 80 years later, that happened to be the diamonds in a chaotic aftermath of the wartime saga remains a mystery. Here's the Indigenous bloke. Lucky and Henry, a quintessential outback odd couple, are determined to revive the memory of this little known chapter of Australia's history and commemorative the lives of those who died on the hot beach far away from home. This part of the family's history, but also part of Australia's history and Dutch history that belongs to us all, Henry says. But the plane wreck is slowly disintegrating and its race against the tried to catch a glimpse. Will the so-called Diamond Dakota reveal itself in the dawn light? Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah. Stepping out of the stretch of stand as the sun rises in the tide.
I believe that someone would have gone in there when it happened and got them.
Yeah, probably.
Like, all these people are wasting time and money. I would just about guarantee they did it damn near straight away back when it happened.
Yeah. It's
not like they didn't have divers in the Navy who could dive down to go and retrieve shit from a sunken plane.
Yeah.
But maybe they just didn't know about it. But that's the only thing that makes it even slightly plausible.
Yeah.
Is that if they knew about it, it would have already been done.
Yeah. Well, the story goes on a bit further. Stepping out on the stretch of sand as the sun rises and the tide recedes, our Kimberley odd couple tells a story of what happened on a steamy morning in 1942. How can they tell it was a steamy morning? It was a tense and traumatic time in Australian northern towns. The Japanese forces had started attacking the coast,
the story.
bombing the city of Darwin and sending troops to the northern tip of West Australia. Speculation was growing that Australia was about to be invaded. On March 3, the Japanese made their surprise attack on a small port town of Broome, ploughing ploughing the airport and moored boats with machine gun fire. I didn't know that.
Whereabouts is Broome?
Northwest of
Northwest.
northwestern
Okay.
part of Australia. It's up, I think.
That's where all the really big crocs are, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, the crocs are all up. Yeah, that's like Queensland. They got them up.
It's the closest to, like, what is it, to Papua New Guinea, Indonesia? And all those really big crocs travel backwards and forwards that whole area. People don't realise that.
Well, it's,
Like the saltwater crocs, they actually travel that whole area.
yeah, I was, yeah. Yeah,
And I'm
pretty sure it's-
talking the ones that no one catches. They're like, shit. Getting close to like 10 meters type shit.
Yeah. Right, anyway, back to the news, or the story anyway. Yeah. On March 3, it surprised the town of Broome, right? The attack only lasted an hour, but it was devastating. Smoke billowed above the burning boats of Roebuck Bay, and dead bodies floated amid the mangroves. More than 80 people died, mostly Dutch nationals who'd been evacuated from the Dutch East Indies, now part of Indonesia. It was by coincidence that a few minutes after the raid, the returning Japanese aircraft chanced upon a small Dutch aircraft as it was quietly flew evacuees to Broome. On board the Dakota DC-3 was a famed fighter pilot, Ivan Smirnov, as well as Smirnov. I bet you like the vodka. Anyway,
Fucking vodka.
as well as 3 crew and 8 civilians. The aircraft was pelted with machine gun fire. Captain Smirnov was shot in the arm and leg, and he tried to swing the plane out of the line of fire. He made a miraculous emergency landing on the beach below, and the salty waves extinguished the flames. All 12 people on board survived, but many were badly wounded and now stranded on a remote beach with little food, water and shelter. And somewhere in the wreckage lay a small brown package containing a stash of precious diamonds. In the minutes before their fateful flight, a mystery man had appeared and asked Captain Smirnov to transport something to Australia. Just before I took off, the airline official handed me a small parcel, Smirnov would later recount. He didn't tell me what was in it. He just said that it was valuable and it must be delivered to Australia as quickly as possible. It would later be confirmed the package contained thousands of uncut gemstones worth around $24 million in Australia's money, in today's money. But in the midst of the emergency, the mystery parcel could not be found. The survivors had other priorities.
Right, so, see, that makes me think, someone knew and someone grabbed it. There was someone on the plane who was there. Someone was on the plane and knew that was important. It's being grabbed. Everyone else is wasting their time hunting for it.
Oh yeah, well,
honestly,
mate.
I mean, if all 12 people survived,
Yeah,
at least one person on that plane knew about it.
yeah. Maybe you should. Maybe a good thing to do would be trace what happened to those 12 people. Did one of them suddenly become rich?
No, one of them will be like a diplomat or a spy or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll be using a fake ID or some shit, traveling under an alias, but they were really only there to like guard the fucking things in the first place.
Yeah.
So there would have been someone on that plane who was a high level something,
Yep.
and if everyone survived, that high level someone definitely grabbed that shit.
Yep.
So
Anyway.
this is all a waste of time, money, and effort for all the people who think they're hunting for anything now.
Yeah, it gives
I mean,
you something to talk about on the show,
unless the box
Anyway,
broke open,
Several passengers were
unless the
critically
box
injured.
broke,
A young mother, Maria Van Tooyen, had squeezed aboard the evacuation flight with her baby boy, Joannis? Anyway, she'd been shot
Yeah.
twice. She was about
Yeah.
to die. One of the survivors would later tell Dutch journalists. She asked me, "Is the doctor coming?" I told her he's on the way. Why tell her otherwise? She asked me for an apple, and while she was eating the apple, she passed away. bloody apples. Anyway, Air Force pilot Dan Hedrisky, or something like that, and mechanic Duke, mate, all these bloody names, they're really hard to pronounce. Duke Blaw, Blaaw, that's Blaw, isn't it? Anyway, were the next to die.
No.
The surviving men buried the bodies in the sand dunes as they anxiously waited for help to arrive. Their prospects were grim. Several years later, Captain Smirnoff would describe the scene in a crackly audio recording. Our water was getting low. Our food was down to a few tins of asparagus and pineapple, he intones. On the third
Wait,
day...
sorry, how many people did you say they buried?
It was about 3 or 4.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So as long as the person who was supposed to be watching over the diamonds wasn't one of them, the diamonds aren't there.
Yeah.
If he was one of them,
Well, no,
I don't know, maybe someone found out, took him out, and took the diamonds.
wasn't
I
the
do not
parcel.
think the diamonds are there
The
anymore.
parcel was given to Mr. Smirnoff, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but there would have been someone on the plane to keep an eye on it so he didn't steal them.
Yeah, well, who knows? Anyway, several years later, Captain Smirnoff would describe the scene. On the third day, I decided to send the strongest men on an expedition with instructions not to come back. I thought we'll all die anyway. I said goodbye to them and thought we'll never meet again. The rescue effort. The survivors had no way of knowing there was a Catholic mission located just 50 kilometres away to the north. Beagle Bay was home to hundreds of Aboriginal people, including Henry Augustine's grandparents, who were living under the watch of German priests and Irish nuns. Yeah,
Interesting mix. Okay.
little video here. What's happening here? Yeah, there's no noise, but
Did you say there's no noise?
well, yeah, it's just a little video there that nothing's happening. Anyway, amid the turmoil of colonisation came a global war, belting the Kimberley coast with violence and further uncertainty.
It is playing.
Hey?
There is noise. It is playing. There is noise. I just checked your channel.
Yeah, well, yeah. I can't hear any noise here. Doesn't matter. It's gone all blank. It's just about finished. But anyway, local people hadn't seen anything like this before. Oh look, here it is for a moment. People shooting down planes and not knowing what was going to happen next. Henry reflects. I think they would have been freaking out a bit, feeling fear and sadness. But
Yeah, I
they
think.
saw the distress of the people hurt. I think the whole community wanted to help. The survivors were in luck. A local Aboriginal man spotted the beached aeroplane in the distance and reported to the authorities at Beagle Bay Mission, who mobilised a search team. The following afternoon, day 6 of their ordeal, the remaining survivors spotted planes on the horizon. They circled over us and we saw that the colours of the Australian Air Force, and they dropped packages of food and medicine from the skies, Captain Smirnoff later recalled. Handwritten notes had been stashed in the survival packs that plummeted to the ground. Relief party with you tonight with food and medical supplies. Good luck, one of the notes read. Soon after, the rescue team of Beagle Bay Mission arrived on foot. Can't tell you how we felt when we realised we'd been saved from death, Smirnoff later said. As we turned away from each other and to hide the tears in our eyes, we spent a delicious 24 hours in that mission, sleeping like children between fresh, clean sheets. It was a bittersweet salvation. 4 people were dead and the war raged on. And in the days that followed, Captain Smirnoff would be hit with an unexpected question: what happened to the diamonds? Here we get into the meat and bones of the discussion. The search for the missing diamonds. In the chaotic hours and days after the plane went down, the injured men searched briefly for the parcel, but it was low on their list of priorities. They had to survive first. They tried to survive. Anyway, it wasn't until weeks later that Smirnoff was told the package contained diamonds, thousands of diamonds. He probably had in his back pocket. Anyway, over the coming weeks, police searched fruitlessly. Officials, bankers, Officials, bankers and businessmen grew increasingly agitated. Had the gems floated out to sea? Diamonds don't float, idiot. Been scattered on the sand as a plane landed, or perhaps...
If it was, it could have been in, a waterproof box and shit.
No.
So that could have floated.
Let me finish that.
There is that
Let
possibility.
me finish that sentence. I'll start it again. Had the gems floated out to sea, been scattered in the sand as a plane landed, or perhaps been pocketed by the survivors?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, if the box broke open and they knew what it was, or if anyone had opened it, it was like, damn right, everyone's grabbing some.
Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. And then a local larrikin named Jack Palmer stepped into the limelight. Jack Palmer, who later became known as Diamond Jack, was a beachcomber who decided to check out the plane and wreck that when there was no one else about. Luckily, Fraser explains. He came across the diamonds and basically started handing them out. He was pretty chuffed with himself and apparently telling people he'd never have to work again. See, we've found where the diamonds went. What was his name again? Jack Palmer.
Jack Palmer.
A little story about the name Palmer. I once knew a bloke called... what was his name? No, so I'll get back to that story. It was Palmer and... no, anyway. It was a good little story that I can't remember the line of, but it was... that's right, yes. It was a guy called... what is his name? Something Palmer. And he met a lady called Cheryl Pullen. So the Pullen became a Palmer. Cheryl Pullen became a Cheryl Palmer. It's sort of, yeah, I didn't tell it right, but you know, you get the Pullen became a Palmer. Well, Palmer became a Pullen. Anyway, yeah, and I see them on Facebook every now and then. They're a fucking cool couple back in the day. Anyway, he's pretty chuffed with himself, apparently telling people, I'll never have to work again. Soon, Diamond Jack was giving away diamonds to friends and girlfriends and people he knew around Broome. He also presented 2 salt and pepper shakers full of diamonds to an army recruiter, which eventually led to the hapless Palmer being arrested and put on trial in Perth for theft and receiving stolen goods. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah, no, honestly, theft by finding is a crime, especially if it's government property.
Yeah.
Theft by finding is actually a crime.
Yeah.
If you find an expensive ring or watch down the street, what you need to do, at least in New Zealand, I don't know over there, but you have to go and report it and hand it in, and that gives them time to see if they can find the real owner.
Yeah.
But if no one claims it within, I can't even remember how many months, but if no one claims it within so many months, then you're allowed it.
Yeah.
Do you really think they're going to give you anything that's worth money when they've had several months to look for the owner and shit? They're just going to tell you, yeah, no, we found the owner. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. A local newspaper would describe the trial as an opening act of a strange wartime drama, as bizarre and sensational as any best-selling thriller. The jury ended up acquitting Palmer and his 2 co-accused, with the judge acknowledging that chance discovery of such a stash was likely too much for any man to resist. Here's a newspaper. The Mirror, Saturday night, May 1, 19... Can't read it. Yeah. He spilled £20,000 worth of diamonds out of a salt and pepper shaker. Good on him. Takes a lot to surprise Major Cliff Gibbon. As Crown Prosecutor in the pre-war days, he saw some amazing exhibits: knives, bowls of poison, fake dice boxes pulled from the pockets of witnesses, and all in one day's work. And then he was appointed the OC of Officer Command of Northwest LOC, which wasn't... Yeah, well, anyway. Then it gets into stuff that is too fine to read. Anyway, The diamonds kept turning up in dribs and drabs, according to the court transcripts, and they were found in tins hidden in trees. Henry the bloke we spoke about before, Augustine, reckons they were the talk of the town. People were picking them up and thinking they were marbles. People were shooting birds with diamonds. Some chucked them down the well because they were worried they'd get in trouble, he says. It was like a treasure. Everyone wanted the diamonds, but no one knew what to do with them. Only about half the diamonds were ever recovered, and the missing gems have become embedded in local folklore. Recognising the bonds of the past, the diamonds have proved elusive, but other relics have surfaced. They're forming a fresh chapter in the old story of the local community. A few weeks after visiting the plain wreckage, Henry Augustine is back at Beagle Bay, but unwraps a small object cradled in paperbark and yellow bright eucalyptus flowers. What the fuck is it? A drift meter. It's a part of the plane. Anyway, we invited a Dutch ambassador so we can hand over this relic from the crash site, and my family found decades ago. Yeah, well, I think that's about enough of that story. Yeah. So
Interesting. Hey, interesting story.
it is. Yeah. Yeah, I can read on. It goes on a bit further. May as well carry on, eh?
Yeah, man. Like, actually, a really interesting story. Might as well carry on. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go back to the start of that bit. We invited the Dutch ambassador so that we can hand over this relic from the crash site, and my family found decades ago. My mother, before she passed away, says she always wanted it to be returned to the rightful owners, the Dutch. The small drift meter, a navigation device commonly used in the early aviation, was manufactured in Germany in 1938 and was believed to have belonged to Captain Smirnoff. Right, you could name a drink that, couldn't you, Captain Smirnoff?
I believe they did.
Yeah, probably did. And one of the many items
Smirnoff's
collected...
a brand of vodka.
Yeah, well, Captain Smirnoff. Mm.
Yeah, serious. Smirnoff is a brand of vodka.
No shit, Sherlock.
I mean, you could probably name it.
Actually, I think I've got a bottle on the shelf.
No, fuck, that wouldn't surprise me, you pussy.
Yeah, that's a pot calling kettle black.
I don't have spirits.
No, well, I always got... Actually, I've got half a bottle of vodka, but I don't drink much tonight. I don't think it's Smirnoff, it's something else. Anyway, one of the many items collected around the site of the wreck in the post-war years is a flurry of activity of the official convoy arrives in Beagle Bay, and Ambassador Adri Storius Bracken takes a tour of the Mother of Pearl Church before handover ceremony at the local primary school. This looks very Mother of Pearlish. Anyway, Henry addresses the crowd surrounded by beaming relatives and community elders. I'm glad we are giving back something that was lost and hidden for a long time, he says, and I'm glad to give it back to the right people. And there are cheers and stifled tears as the parcel is handed over.
That's probably actually the recording of the crash or some shit, and dumbasses kept it for decades.
Yeah, well, no, it's just a navigation device. Well, it was yeah. Anyway, I cannot thank you and the community enough for not only being custodians of the land, but in this case, custodians of something very important to the people of the Netherlands. I nearly said the Netherlands, but anyway.
Regions.
Yeah, the ambassador responded. And what makes this artefact even more important is that it comes with a story of how people helped to rescue Dutch people, and I cannot emphasise how grateful we are. The drift meter is now on display at the fucking huge word Aerodome, Aviodome. It's Luchtvaart Museum, Aviodrome in the Netherlands. Anyway, right, my English is not that
Is that where Davey's from?
Yeah. Back at Carnot Bay, Henry Augustine spots the first glimpse of a framed plane as the water falls away. Oh look, here we go. Here's the pictures of the plane. Can't see any diamonds. Anyway, the wreckage has been here for decades, decaying slowly in the ocean with the ocean tides. Anyway, well, I come here, I feel happiness, but also sadness of the traumatic events that happened, he says. Makes you think about what the people on the plane saw and what they went through. We'll never really know that feeling. His family hopes to start tours of the wreck site, help generate tourism jobs to ensure the history is not forgotten. It's a special place, and it's something the people of Beagle Bay should be proud of, feel proud of, he says. We have this connection with the Dutch people who we want to keep alive. We just need to get this road sorted. It's in bad shape at the moment. Don't worry, you'll get a government grant, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. But this is just a revenue fucking thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it's a tourism thing. He'll get a tourism grant. The road will get like at least partially sorted. Then he'll be able to bring revenue into the country as long as he gives a government kickback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that one's obvious as. So the diamonds are already gone. So let's bring in the stupid tourists who think they might find one.
Yeah. The aeroplane remains embedded in the mudflats, in the eerie shape that it's evolving with the landscape, slowly revolving with the salt and the sun. Every day it is engulfed with the tide, and every day it reveals itself. Well, luckily Fraser, and it's a symbol of a largely forgotten past. Throughout the remote northern Australia, where these wrecks and sites that are linked to our national history, but people don't get to see them, he says. And too often the truth of our history and the role of the Aboriginal people played in our history is washed over. The places and the people are worth remembering because they're part of our story. Credits, blah blah blah. Ta-da! Job done.
Hey, yeah, to be honest, a very interesting story.
Yeah.
Quite compelling. Yeah, quite compelling.
Yep.
And yeah, I did have lots of questions about bits all the way through it.
Yeah,
But
that's
a
okay.
very, very interesting story,
Yeah.
especially considering when it dates back to
Yeah.
and what it involves. Like, I mean, that's cool. That's like the sunken ships containing, you know, millions of dollars worth of gold and things that people go diving for.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was quite a good story. I'm glad I found that and sort of just And I've got
I'm glad you. Hey, I'm glad you kept going and did the whole thing. To be honest, man.
Yeah, that was. Well, anyway, mate, I might wrap it up. We've been going an hour and 25 minutes now. That story took about half an hour, I think, which is good. Yeah. And yeah, well, folks, if anyone's watching, there may be a show tomorrow, and I could have an important guest. We'll see what happens about that. Yeah, but so far the computer seems to be working well, and yeah, pretty happy with that. So DK, well, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where they can contact you and all that stuff. DK's links are in the description anyway. But
okay, so you can find me on DLive 24/7, like Dkspiracy 123. So that's always running. I do have Discord and Telegram. Neither of them are under Dkspiracy. Yes, I've got everything separated under different names and everything. It's only when I'm streaming that I use this name. All my other platforms that I run and shit are not under my names. So it's good that Alan has the links. You can find me on Rumble now as well, under Dkspiracy, and also on where I've been starting to help out, NZ Freedom Hub Radio. That's on Rumble too. So NZ Freedom Hub Radio or Dkspiracy, you can find me on Rumble as well now. That's new. Yeah, it's new to me. I haven't been doing that for very long. I don't think Alan's got those links in yet.
No, not yet. But
Yeah,
I'll sort them out.
yeah, man.
Show happening soon. All right. I'm just going to turn my camera off so I can find
What?
the.
Zoom into me. What the fuck?
Um,
Look like I've been punched in the face or some shit.
oh,
So I've got like an insect bite there. It looks like I've been punched in the face or something.
yeah. Well, maybe you have.
I didn't realize how bad it looked till you zoomed in on me, asshole.
Yeah, you do look like you've been punched in the face. Yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah. Let me see it. Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to turn my head the right way. There we go. I turn my head.
Okay, well, you're back on camera, but I'm back on my own screen now. Okay, mate. I'll might let you go, and I'll see you in the chat room. I might give you a call on Telegram on the other computer. So,
Okay, bud.
thanks for joining me on this. Actually, I forgot to put the show fucking video up.
I know. I did actually tell you in chat to change the title name on Discord on DLive because you've still got it labelled as your last show.
Yeah, that's why I'm having issues with bloody Restream's just not fucking doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to all the platforms, but Restream's fucking, I don't know. Yeah, I'll look into that. Oh yeah, still exposed to 28 bloody thing. Jeez.
Yeah.
I've deleted that. It's been deleted. It shouldn't be there.
Just click on the go live thing.
Yep.
Change title to whatever you want. Scroll down and save. Like
Yeah,
it's actually really quick. Yeah, it's actually really quick. Yeah, it's easy to change titles. But yeah, so but you don't want it saved again as the last one that you did, sort of thing.
Okay, mate. Well, thanks very much again for joining us on this Saturday show, and I'll talk to you very soon.
Okay, bud.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Much love, no fear, and all that sort of stuff.
Much love, no fear, everyone.
Well, you go away, you. There we go. Well, folks, that was Amos Saturday Post number 9. Tomorrow I'll be hopefully I'll doing a Sunday show, because I might have Max Egan on. Might not, don't really see how things go. But in the meantime, be good to each other, because it's really important. Like and share if you like, Either way, hope you enjoyed the show. Nice little story I did before. I thought that was really good. So, thank you for watching. Cheerio. In Lakesh.